Good morning. I hope that you are having a blessed Friday. I woke up this morning and had a taste for homemade English muffins, and so that is what I am going to prepare for myself. I'll probably not get to eat them until tomorrow because I usually prefer to have them for breakfast, and it is now close to 8:30 a.m. and this process is going to take a couple of hours, and so I'll eat something today so that I can go on and take my vitamins and all that stuff, and then we will have them for breakfast tomorrow. So what we are going to do is we're going to mix together between 2.5 and 3.5 cups of flour, along with, and I'm looking down at my recipe to make sure I give you guys the accurate information, a cup of milk, about 1/3 of a cup of my sourdough starter, some water. We'll have to assess how much water is needed based on the atmosphere in your particular home or kitchen. We're also going to be using fresh yeast, as well as salt, butter, and a tablespoon of sugar, and then some all-purpose flour. So I'm going to go ahead on and get this party started. I am using my Anchor's Rum mixer today because I love the way that it works when preparing bread doughs. So we are going to start with the items that I've just identified. You mix them all together, and then they're going to proof for about an hour and a half. And so once I get this combined into the dough, I will come back and give you guys a picture of what it looks like. Okay, I am back, and I'm going to show you the dough, and I am going to now place it in my oven on the proofing setting and allow it to proof for about an hour and 15 minutes. Before I put it into this bowl, I did spray the bowl with cooking spray so that it will be easier to remove and to begin to work with once the once the proofing process has been completed. All right, I'll be back with you shortly. Okay, here we are, and I have allowed the dough the opportunity to rest and rise and proof for about an hour and 15 minutes. And now we are going to roll it out and then cut the muffins so that they can rest for an additional 45 minutes. I am going to run over here and turn the television off. Sorry. My apologies. So we are going to roll the dough out, and it's nice and soft, and we want to roll it out to whatever we consider to be our desired thickness. So this is an experiment for me, so we're about to see what it's going to be. I don't think I want them to be too thin, but I also don't want them to be too thick. And I'm going to move away some of this flour because I don't want to have too much. I'm going to flip it over and roll it out just a tad bit more. Let's see if I can get it into a nice round mound. And this is my largest biscuit cutter, and I'm just pressing down. Oops. And we're going to take our muffins, and I have a cookie sheet here that I have lined with, or that I have just put some cornmeal on, and we're going to just roll these in that cornmeal. I don't want to do too much handling of it. Just keep on until we get them all on the sheet, the cookie sheet. And as many of you might be aware by now, Tim and I have recently moved into our new home. And so for me, a lot of this that I'm doing is so that I can become accustomed to the new items that I'm working with. So in my home here, I have Thermador appliances now, and I'm trying to get used to using them. Most particular, I'm trying to get accustomed to using the electric induction range that we have, because in California, unfortunately, new builds can't be built with the gas line. And so I'm accustomed to using gas for cooking, and we don't get that option anymore in California, like I said, with new homes. So this has been a learning experience for me, and I'm still very much in the learning process. So I've had some successes and some fails, and that's okay. I'm learning, and it is going to be fine. I'm enjoying myself, I know that much. And I'm loving my home, and I'm just so very grateful to the Lord for allowing us to receive this wonderful blessing of our home. So, and this one is going to be kind of shaped a little bit funny, but that's okay. So we're going to put them here, and that is that. They're all on here, and I am going to get a little bit more cornmeal, put it on them, just sprinkle it. I don't want to cause myself any added difficulties. And with that, we are going to allow this to sit and continue to proof for another 45 minutes, at which point in time we will cook them atop the stove. All right, so I'll be back to you when we are ready to cook. Hey everybody, I'm back. So what we have here, we have allowed our English muffins to proof or rise, and we did that for about 45 minutes. And now what I've done is I am now cooking them. And so you cook English muffins atop the oven. So you cook it on your stove. And so I have placed the muffins in my pan, and I'm giving them the opportunity to brown on each side. You want to have them on medium to low heat for about 4 minutes on each side. Now, I am questioning whether or not my stove is too high, simply because, as I mentioned earlier, this is a new stove, and I'm still trying to get accustomed to the settings. And so I'm having to play with it a bit to become comfortable with everything. And so I didn't actually let this one go 4 minutes on that side. I let it go 2.5. And so what I'm going to do, because I want to make sure that they cook all the way through, because I don't want them to be gummy when we open them, I'm going to reduce the heat to make sure that I am giving the muffins adequate time to complete the cooking process. And I think that that is going to do much better. And I'm excited. I wish it had occurred to me last night to do this, because what would be great is to mix everything together and put it all into the refrigerator, put the dough into the refrigerator the night before, get up a little bit earlier the next morning and roll your dough out, cut it, and allow it to rise for 45 minutes, and then place it in, after it has risen for the 45 minutes, then go ahead and cook it, and you have freshly baked English muffins for you and your family. And I'm sure that they will love and appreciate the fact that you have gotten up and done this wonderful thing for them. So in the future, that is what I will do. But like I said, it didn't hit me until this morning that I really wanted that. And so now I'm doing it a little bit late, but they're going to be good anyway. And you can freeze the ones that you don't eat. And that's my timer going off telling me that 4 minutes has passed. And I'm still, like I said, trying to get used to this new stove. So it's been interesting. Because there is nothing like the electric stoves of before. Oh, see, that one browned beautifully. And so we're going to just take these, place them on our plate, and continue moving through with the cooking process. And once I am done preparing them all, I will come back on and we'll open one up and take a look at it. All right, thanks. Hey everybody, I am back. I just wanted to show you my finished product. These are my English muffins that I decided to go on and prepare this morning. They are still warm, and I'm not going to eat one right now because I've already had my breakfast and taken my vitamins and all of that. So maybe I'll eat one later as a snack. And if I don't eat one later as a snack, I will most certainly eat one tomorrow morning as part of my breakfast. This is something that is easy to make, is delicious, and you will never regret having learned this very simple recipe, and you will enjoy it, and those that you share it with will enjoy it. It is basically flour, warm milk, yeast, a tablespoon of sugar, half a teaspoon of salt. These are actually sourdough English muffins, and so I've used my own starter, and I used about a half a cup of my starter in conjunction with about 3 cups of flour and about a quarter to a third of a cup of water, depending upon what the temperature is and the humidity is in your home. So you'll have to adjust the amount of water to create the dough based on the environment within the area that you're cooking. And so you just mix those things together. You allow them to rise for about an hour and a half. You roll them out, you cut them, you place them on a tray with cornmeal. You let them rise an additional 45 minutes. Then you simply place them on your stove top for about 4 minutes on each side, and you want to make sure that they get brown. You don't have to put anything into the pan, no oil, no butter, none of that. You just put them in. After about 3 to 4 minutes, you flip them over and let the other side cook, because you want to make sure that it's cooked all the way through, because you don't want to open it up and it's gummy. Once you do that, they are ready, and so they're ready. And I'm so excited and happy. I'm continuing to become familiar and more comfortable with the induction electric range. It is extremely different from my experience with gas, and so I'm on a learning curve, and I've had some mishaps, but that's all right. I will get it figured out. All right, well, until the next time, you guys have a blessed day, and remember, as we know more, we have a responsibility to do better. Be blessed.